afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and all the other streams. This is your girl, Teresa B, coming to you live and direct from Amplified Exposure Live. And today I have my wonderful guest, Mr. Judah Priest. He's on today, not just because he's a Grammy soon to be nominee, but he came on today because he likes me. So for those of you that are out there in La La Land, TV Land, and all the other lands, listen up. We got 30 minutes of good stuff. What up, what up, what up?
Peace, Queen.
How's life treating you?
It's rough. It's rough out here.
It's hard out here in these streets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I'm glad you came on my show today. It's a pleasure and an honor because I just have this funny, fuzzy feeling inside that you're gonna get that Grammy.
Man, I'm praying for it. It's one of these things where as though you've been in the game for so long, and we want certain things, but we never know if certain things is achievable, so we don't set that bar. You know what I mean? To that fit. You know what I mean? So I've never in my mind thought that I could have that bar raised so high. When I got the first email, I was driving. I was in New York. I was driving, and yeah, I kind of crossed over like 3 lanes because I thought it was spam. I was like, nah, this ain't real. You know?
Can't be having car accidents because you getting that text message. But tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you originally from?
My mom's womb.
And where was she located while you was in the womb?
Children's Hospital in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Technically, I was born in Philly. I was raised in New York. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Still back and forth.
All right. And how long have you been into music?
Since I was 7.
Wow.
The journey has been long. I started out doing poetry. That's the ironic thing. I'm a big Nikki Giovanni fan.
Okay.
My dad, at the time, he was into DJing.
Mm-hmm.
So peace, Quay. And thank you for the connect too. But yeah, my dad was into the DJ scene locally out in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, she actually sung. She was local with it too, between shows and church and everything. And my cousin is the first person I ever seen rap. You know what I mean? And this ironically, my older brother's Buddha Monk for Wu-Tang Clan. So you know what I mean? It was always around me.
Okay. I saw on your page that it said Wu-Tang affiliated, and I was going to ask you that. How were you affiliated? But now we know it's your
Well,
brother.
everybody see the affiliation is I'm Wu-Tang family, man. Like I'm Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? The affiliate is quote unquote fan made. You know what I mean? Like I'm family. I'm family with them. So I'm like literally Wu-Tang, probably like third or fourth removed. You know what I mean? But end of the day, I represent my own brand. You know what I mean? That's a part of the mathematics with us. You know what I mean? They still an umbrella. They gave me my start. You know what I mean? But I really represent my own brand, my own entity that's similarly connected to them. You know what I mean? And that's 144,000 chosen few.
So tell us about that.
Um,
What
you
is it
know, it's created in 2005. The idea was birthed in 2005. Um, so for all those who don't know, you know what I mean, I come from the Wu-Tang Clan chapter, Brooklyn Zoo, which is Old Dirty Bastard,
about?
you know, Buddha Monk, Ray Sun, Murdoch, you know what I mean? My man, I'm not gonna say his name because it's kind of weird. Just S Stain, um, and the rest of the family, Dungeon and Minister. That's the chamber I come through, Zoo Ninjas and everything. Um, close ties with Hellraiser, from Sons of Man. That's big bro. Um, Capadonna, and rest of the Staten, all the Staten Island people. Shout out to Meth, Hands On, Carlton Fish and everything. Those ones that gave me the real push. I didn't pay attention to music. Every those was around me, I didn't pay attention to music up front. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I was in the sports. I played basketball from elementary to AAU to high school, college, and then I played professional for a little bit. I took music serious because I tore my meniscus disc. You know what I mean? I was actually on my way to Turkey, but I tore my meniscus disc and I kept re-injuring it. So I was given a choice: do music or keep getting injured. Um, and at the time, Buddha was living in Iceland. He went over
Okay.
there for a show and didn't come back for 4 years. um, ironically, you know what I mean, it worked out. The day that he came home, we went to Long Island, went to the studio. Me, him, and my little brother, Young Bud, and rest was history. We did a song called "Call the Goons Out," um, and hip hop. What's it? AllHipHop.com got a hold of it, and it, it blasted off. Watch this. My mom is literally calling me, "Mom, I'm on a radio interview right
Hey, mama.
there." She said, "Hey, mama." Listen, when my mom called, I gotta answer, y'all. I'm
You
sorry.
gotta answer.
I mean,
That's yep.
way back.
Too funny.
Yo, when mama call, yo, you gotta answer the phone.
You
No matter
gotta
what.
answer.
I would say
Mama
I
don't play.
apologize, but listen, I got a black mother, so I
You
mean,
good.
I ain't
You good.
light skin and stuff. But nah, back to it. With Buddha, he came back home. We did the song, and I had already released music before, but it didn't go nowhere. Um, and even when they was working on the Brooklyn Zoo albums, I was around in the quote unquote boot camp, and my brother just really just taught me the game, not necessarily as a rapper. The one thing he always told me was learn the ins and out. Don't just go to the studio and record. Learn what the engineer's doing. If a person is handling business, find out what they're doing and why. Like, what's their position with it. And those is like the greatest lessons to get me to this point to birth 144,000 shows at Fuel. Um, so it is it's a conglomerate of us. It's a lot of us. But my main team, Lights Out, Fire Nation Flames, Supreme Resurrector, Grand Centennial, Wordplay, Father Time, Smooth Mass Beats, Grand Centennial, Mark Mills, Blacksmith, my man Ease on Fire, and a host of others. We just put out a project in the last year.
Mhm.
So it's been received well, and it's going to keep building on with that. What a lot of people don't know is I spent a year under G Unit too. So
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah. This that doesn't get talked as much. You know what I mean? But I got a couple songs on the G Unit DVDs for all the bikes and stuff. One of the songs is called G Unit Riders with me and Louis Real Slugger, my man Spider. So yeah,
Mhm.
I've been into it, like, not no newbie. I've been in this for a long, long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, how old were you when Wu Tang came out?
Sheesh. I think it was in like fifth. No, no, I think I was like 15, like 14 to 15. You know,
Okay.
they was out before they was out though. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
was, I was, I was, I was around. I was in high school. Like I
Yeah.
said, I didn't take music serious. I
Mhm.
did. Like I'll be the first to admit that I didn't take music serious. So that's why when I'm very appreciative when I get asked to do interviews. I get asked to do shows, because there was something that it wasn't forcefully made me focus on it.
Mhm.
Um, but it was some, like, life occasions that got me to this position, and it always was told to stay humble, and consistent with being humble. You know what I mean? So, and be appreciative, because this could be taken away just like that. You know what I mean? People don't last as long. I've been in the game since I was 7. I'm 43.
Mhm.
And I say my age proud. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I'm happy because a lot of black males don't even reach this age. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Um,
That's true.
not knocking anything, but this is just a standpoint. I feel accomplished. You know,
Good.
that's what brings me back to your first question with the with the Grammy consideration. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I told somebody like, this is not an everyday thing. You know what I mean? So when it comes, you gotta embrace the moment. Um,
Right.
I actually it took me before I even posted it or told anybody.
Hmm.
Like it took me days, but to even put it out into the masses. You know what I mean? So I that's how, you know what I mean, it got me all worked up and everything. And shared it with my mom, and and to see her smile, especially because we just lost my grandmother right after Mother's Day.
Okay.
And
Sorry to hear that.
my grandmother was my biggest supporter. You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
so I feel not vindicated, but I feel as though I accomplished something that my grandmother helped set forth also.
Right.
From giving me my name, from help building upon my name to this point right here.
Yeah. She up there moving stuff around for you.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
probably talking about me too.
She's talking about you in a good way right now, though, because you doing big things. So I'm sure she got a lot to say to her friends up there. So, but yeah, rest in peace to your grandmother. I know how that
Appreciate
is.
it.
I lost my grandmother and my mother, so double whammy, like within a year apart. So yeah, it's kind of hard because those are your mothers. Period, are like your backbone, and so I considered grandma and mama too. So, but yeah. So are you? Is it just you and your brother as far as siblings,
No,
or you have others?
yeah, I got a ugly behind lookalike.
Is
Yeah,
that does that mean it's a twin?
yeah.
Oh,
I got like I got a lookalike, but she's taller than me. You know what I mean? Um,
okay.
um, I got some other brothers. One is deceased. Um, you know, street stuff. I got a little brother. I'm proud of him because he's growing into his own right now, raising his children. And I have another brother that's incarcerated. My prayers is with him.
Okay. So tell the audience, because me being in the music industry as well, I know how hard it is to even be considered, and I know it's like goes to a certain board and things like that. So how did you put in for this particular consideration for Grammys, or
Mm-mm.
did you just wake up and it just
I can't take the credit for that. I can't.
okay?
My hair showing. I'm sorry. I'm rough right now. Yeah, I can't take the credit for that. What I will say is, what I mean, I have awesome support through Humag distribution. I
Hmm.
mean, I never want to say I'm indebted to somebody, but what I will say is I'm very appreciative of Humag, and the support that I have from Humag, with the opportunities that they present me with, within the music and even on just life in general. Um, and I actually told him to, my man Ross Watts, I told him to his face, it's like, this is a cutthroat industry. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So when you come across somebody who is so genuine, you know what I mean, supportive, and want to see you grow, not as an artist, but as a man, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? You have to appreciate that. You have to respect that. You know what I mean? And I'm loyal. I'm mad loyal. I'm loyal to people who don't deserve my loyalty. But to Humag, I am definitely loyal to Humag. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Because
I just
it's
heard.
a lot of
I
go
just
ahead,
heard
bro.
his name. I just heard his name the other day, because we kind of both do the same thing behind the scenes, and I was like, "Who is that?" And a lot of people in the industry are working with him, so I heard he does good work.
No,
So,
he does great work, does great work. Um, and here's the thing though, it don't matter if you've been in the game for a long time or
mhm,
you just starting out. If you put work, consistent work into it, you want to have a positive outcome. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it also goes with, again, attitude, disposition, you know what I mean, and how do you prepare yourself. I don't smoke or drink, you know what I mean. So I'm like the typical, like, nah, he can't be a rapper, he don't do none of that. Like, nah, I don't smoke or drink. What I believe in, you get one time for the first impression. I don't knock those who smoke or drink. That's your vice. That's your vice. Do you? You know what I'm saying? But for me, I approach every situation, you know what I mean, as business. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because when you approach it the correct way, that way with a sober mind, you can actually understand and articulate any opportunity that is given to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I remain positive. I remain humble. You know what I mean? And these are the key ingredients for success within the business. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
this business is so cutthroat. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Those are just like just key aspects. If you can master those aspects, you know what I mean? Because it's not really about your talent. It's not really about your talent. It's about your personality and your disposition and how you approach things and what kind of work you want to put behind the talent. It's just like the word love. Love is a word. You know what I mean? It's an action word, but you got to put actions behind the word. It's the same. You know what I mean? It just goes back to music. You got to put the actions behind your word. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah. So, how long did it take you to become noticed as far as your music? Was it
Don't
when you
ask me.
started?
Don't ask me. I don't. Yo, listen. Like honestly, I'm being. Listen, I'm being so sincere when I tell you this, right? I still get caught by surprise when people like, "Yo, I'm a fan of your work." Like, what the fuck with
Right.
me? Like it doesn't. You know what I mean? It don't. Like, word really? Like yo, man, I'm a big fan of Judah Priest. I'm like, yo, you sure you not talking about Killer Priest? They like, nah, you like somebody that had that literally happened like recently, and they was like, man, I know the difference between Killer Priest and Judah Priest. I'm like, what's name one of my songs? They said Lonely. I said, yeah, that's easy. Me and Killer Priest is both on the, you know what I mean, both on the song. And he was
Right.
like, hold on. He knew my lyrics. I was like, word? Word, listen, I got a CD for you right here, son. But I get taken by surprise. You know what I mean? And I've been doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? So I think the funniest part is when I first went to Australia, and somebody was like, "Yeah, you got a fan base over there. How?"
Yep.
And then I
Listen,
went over, and I went. I was in Sydney.
I was about to say you better have
And I
done a show.
yeah, I would tell you on here. I ain't gonna. I love Australia, but I would never go back if I got to go outside of Sydney. Never anything outside of Sydney. Not going. Um, but um, but no, like and I don't be doing like no big stadiums and all that. I did little clubs and everything, and they actually knew the lyrics, and I was like, wow. I don't know how it happened. You know what I mean? I really, 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 really don't know how it happened, but you know what I mean. I got favor with the Most High. You know what I mean? So when your footsteps is guided, and and I taught mathematics too, so I don't want people to be confused. You know what I'm saying? Your footsteps is guided by the Most High, and you have knowledge yourself. You know what I mean? You understand that you're the author, creator of your destiny. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
What kind of math did you teach? I couldn't stand teaching math.
no, I ain't talking about that mathematics. I'm talking about pure knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That 120. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was about to say because math is,
No,
yeah.
you don't want to get me to talk about like regular mathematics, like arithmetic. Listen, this new stuff that these kids is learning. Like
Mm-mm.
I don't my listen. I got twins, and they be like, "Daddy, help me with schoolwork." Nah, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. Like it shouldn't take you a half hour to figure out one problem. Like, look, man, 1 plus 1 is 2. No, you got to find a root, and you no, they lying to you. Okay, if it takes you a longer time for you to do a math problem versus you washing your clothes, drying your clothes, ironing your clothes, and then putting it on, and you still doing that one math problem, something is wrong. I'm not
I
that guy.
know.
I'm not that
I
guy.
know.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
when
Go
they
ahead.
rearranged on how to teach it, they kind of messed everybody up because the parents can't help the kids because that's not how we learned it. So, you know, it
Mm-mm.
defeats the purpose.
I'm not that. I am not that guy. I would sit here and tell y'all, listen, I am not that guy. Listen, I did 5 years of high school. Okay, so that right there in itself should tell you that I got a problem. All right.
It's not when you start. It only matters when you finish.
I ain't almost finished either. That was the grace of God too.
Okay. Well, you finished though, but you finished. That's all that
Mhm.
matters.
Yep. You know what? I'm proud of my straight D's and 1A. My joint said, duh. You know what I mean? I passed lunch.
Lunch was a very important part of the day.
Listen, if you can pass lunch in the hood, all right, you win for life. All right. That sets you up for everything. Stuff that food, the cheese, and all that. You know what I mean? Those spaceship lunches on Friday. Yeah, I lived off there. I had seconds.
Them food fights taught you how to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you got aim too. You had to learn how to aim like the milk carton when you threw it
No,
at
you
somebody.
know what? I was never the food fighting guy. I I I ain't had that much nice clothes when I was younger. So the stuff that I did have, I ain't want nobody messing my stuff up. You know what I mean? So like, nah, I'm hiding behind a wall. You know what I mean? Nowhere else in the cafeteria, all that.
Yeah, I was like that too. You weren't messing up my clothes.
And if I was wearing my brother's clothes, like yo, we getting it in.
You are hilarious. So tell the audience what's the song that's being nominated?
The Last Confession,
The
featuring
last.
featuring Thea Van Siegen. If anybody's familiar with Wu Tang and familiar with any numerous works that RZA has done, Thea, well, I'm sorry, Taya, because it's not she's from overseas, so it's not how we pronounce it over there. So Taya, she's from Afro Samurai. They used to be on
Mhm.
Cartoon Network. She sings the opening credits, the opening score of the cartoon. We teamed up, and my man Shaolin Beast did the production. We teamed up, and what it was is so even before the pandemic,
Mhm.
I was already locked down. I was in the studio working on this album that's dropping November 10th. We recorded like between me the first year, so we see
Mhm.
what's this 21. So all of 19, actually 18, half of 18 to 19 to this point, me and my team just been locked down in the studio just record. We recorded over like 300 songs.
Okay.
So this particular song, actually Smooth Mass produced the original. Smooth Mass Beats produced the original version. And the original version had Killer Priest, Intel, which is you guys, son, and somebody else. And Smooth mastered the beat, but the beat
Mhm.
to me, I told Smooth like the beat was annoying. It's like a horn in there. So I had my man Shaolin Beats redo the beat. And Taya was on it. That's who it was. But put had Taya come back and rework this song. And what we chose to talk about as topic, we changed the whole dynamic. So we chose. I'm listen. Okay, so before I get there, I'll just take a commercial break.
Okay.
I am not an artist who just does things for trending reasons or while things trending. So everything that I talk about, if it's about social injustice, police brutality, anything, is literally I talk about it all the time. You can go back, research, look at No Justice, No Peace. Look, you can look up the song "Wake Up." I stay talking about these topics.
Mhm.
Um, so to bring that to well it back in, we chose to talk about those certain topics. The George Floyds, the Sean Bells, the Trayvons, the Eric Gardners. My last name is Gardner. Look how it's spelled. I'm just gonna leave that there for people. You know what I mean? That was family, like real family. So
Right.
Eric Gardner, that started the whole "I Can't Breathe" when he was killed by the cops. That's a cousin.
Mhm.
You know what I
Right.
mean? I
Right.
don't talk about that much, but um, so these is topics that I always talk about. So she didn't hear the rewrites that I've done, and
Mhm.
I wanted to make sure that I got it right. So my partner Blacksmith, me and him recorded it. It was me, Blacksmith, Ease on Fire. We recorded it. We did all the editing. We shot it to my man Eric Iverson. He did the mixing and mastering on it. We put it out recently, like beginning of this year. Um, the ironic thing is the day that it was considered. Like, this is real big. So this is real big. I want everybody to pay attention. That song is not something that we just recorded. We recorded that. We started that process in 2015 with the vocals. I was just reminded, you know what I'm saying? Well, I was talking to Taya on WhatsApp, and she was like, "Yo, that song is we would never expect it to reach where it is right now because we did it so long ago. Of course, we had some updates and everything, but that's a process that started back in 2015, 2016. You know, so patience, because it came out. Like, she actually forgot about the song before. She's like, "Whatever happened to that song?" And I was like, "Yo, I'm about to put it out." I did all, got all the paperwork and stuff done. We put it out. I did a video for it. It was during pandemic. So I did, I wanted it to look like, COVID related, COVID related video. I don't want people to think I had COVID. And we put it out, and it just grew. But it's not, again, it's not something that we just do for trending reasons.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the important, man. Like, don't do it. I tell artists all the time, don't do something just because of that moment, man. If you're going to be talking about that, talk about it, you know what I'm saying, all the time. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to use my platform for.
Right. So when did you hear that you were going to be considered? When did you get that news?
When I almost banged out on 95.
Well,
Because, okay, so here's the thing about me. I don't get excited for nothing. I knew there was a possibility, but I don't go off of estimates or maybes. I don't get excited. I don't get excited for nothing.
right.
You know what I mean? Because if I get excited, then it don't happen. I get let down. I just can't. No. So I'll say, "Yo, you know what? Appreciative. And it was just a thought that, I'm gonna try." And that's all I ask people. Just And when I got the email, like I said, I thought it was spam. You know what I mean? And you should not be driving on any interstate playing with your phone in the window while you're driving, for one. You should not do that.
That
But
is a problem.
But I did it. I did it. You know what I mean? And I didn't hit nobody, and I didn't get hit. But yeah. And I got excited. Like, I got excited. Like literally, my album comes out November 10th. Somebody yesterday just asked me, "Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you ready?" No. Like, I don't get excited. You know what I mean? But that moment made me excited. And that's the first time that, so the reason I got excited, because that was the first time of me hearing it, like, yo, it happened.
Right. Right.
And and shout out to my sis on Fire Nation Flames. She was also Grammy considered for a song called Go Go that features me. I did the recording, and Blacksmith, we a team. Blacksmith, he did the editing. Well, we both did the editing, and he did the mixing and mastering. And shout out to my artist, Kishana K. Her song was also Grammy considered, and and all my friends, the oldest Joe, you know what I mean, Del P. Now, I'm shouting these people out on the platform is because, it's hard for independents to even get this part. So I want to give flowers while I can. There's a lot of people.
Yes.
So,
yes.
You know what I
I
mean?
know all about it. Yes.
Shout out to Force. Shout out to my big brothers, Foursome D's, because their new song was also considered. Man, it's so many. A lot of the Who Mag family. You know what I mean? It's like I said, man. Like, it don't this just doesn't happen. And it happened. Shout out to 144,000 Chosen Few, because Who Mag put out a compilation project for all the artists under Who Mag, and the volume 1 also got Grammy considered. And 144,000 Chosen Few was actually on that. So as a group, we considered, you know what I mean? So I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to celebrate for. It just gave me a realization that all the work over the years, through all the heartache, the pain, the trials, tribulations, the drama, this is the outcome I am looking for the next 5 to 10 years. Everybody always asks me, "What's your plans for 5 years?" Like, stop asking me that. I don't know. I'm trying to get through tomorrow. But it gave me a stepping stone to further build a foundation, not just for myself, but for those who are generally around me that I love and I care for.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you.
Thank
I
you.
know I know we just met, but it's a big deal, big accomplishment, and I'm going to be rooting for you all the way. How can someone reach you if they want to have you come to this city, do a show, or just hit you up on social media? How can they reach you?
Um, yeah, I'm I I moderate all my pages, Instagram, my Facebook. So my Instagram is at I am Judah Priest, as you see right here. Hit me in the DM. I will give you the information to my manager, Shamika Bottom from Bottom Line Management, Wu Tang Management. Hit me on Facebook at facebook.com/official Judah Priest. And the Twitter handle is the same as my Instagram. So you can hit me up on any one of them platforms and I will be the one responding back.
Okay, and give us the name of that song again that's being considered.
It's called The Last Confession.
Okay, so y'all go out and see the video for It has a video, right?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all go out and see the video for The Last Confession. Go ahead and download that on all music platforms. Go ahead and listen to it. Put it in your little phone and everywhere else you listen to music, because we gonna come back probably next year celebrating, because you're gonna have that Grammy in your hand.
Hey, I appreciate it. I'll definitely be there. And
Yeah.
can I do a shameless plug with your permission?
Go ahead.
So if any of your listeners is in the Philadelphia area, November 10th, I'll be at the Fire celebrating my brand new album release for The Last Goodbye. The song The Last Confession will be on there. Come out, party with us. Doors open at 7. First artist touch the stage at 7:45. I got a phenomenal performance lineup. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother CL Smooth, DJ CL Smooth. WBNC is going to be on the ones and twos, hosted by my man Snip Chaos and my girl Cha Cha. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I don't know how you remember all these names. Like, you got
Uh,
an awesome memory.
I got you. It's written on my hand.
Yeah, you did get me, because I'm like, wait a minute, how is he all these names? Well, shout out to
Nah,
your hand, because you
yeah.
you was able to.
No. These is individuals that I'm, it's like day one. So they always running the mind.
Well, that's awesome. I thank you so much for coming on my show today. This has been a blessing and an honor. And like I said again, I'm gonna keep praying for you to go all the way to get that Grammy. But I want you to stay on when I end the show, because I have a couple of questions for you. And for those of you that are out there, again, he is at I am Judah Priest on Instagram and all his other platforms. He got that song that, give me the name of the song again.
The Last Confession.
The Last Confession, that is being considered for a Grammy nomination. Y'all look him up. He is I am Judah Priest. Thank y'all. Have a good evening. Bye.